Hey, collective, how are you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully, you guys are ready for this weekend. I know I am. Okay. All right, I just got through with a Sag reading. If you guys want to take a look at that. One thing that is evident, by the way, I did 2 readings for y'all last night. They are uploaded. I have not posted them. One was so deeply channeled, I just felt like, okay, I'm going to lose a lot of people. Sometimes I think messages for me are for me. But we're a collective, right? So I also know that they're for you. So I need to go back and listen actually. I feel like I need to say shift happens, right? Because I feel like that is what's happening. That was all over the Sagittarius reading as well. I think frequencies are definitely changing. Some of us are absolutely seeing that. Some of us are kicking and screaming, going into these changes, but they're happening regardless. Okay, so just if you know, then you already know. Okay, but just be aware of that, because you may notice, and you may notice even in the way that you're conceptualizing things, or things are happening around you, the way that you're looking at them, the way that you're noticing things. I get that a lot. It's almost like, wait, what? I've been looking at this for 20 years, and now all of a sudden, like, I can see I can see what is happening here. That is exactly what is taking place. Your eyes are opening. Of course, your antennas are up, I feel like, and very clear at this particular moment. And it is simply because you're raising. Okay, you're raising up. Your energy is obviously raising. Your frequency is raising. Your vibration is raising, and you're starting to connect to everything very clearly, and certainly to the truth of things. And so while it can seem kind of in your face, it's very important for you to stay very grounded at this time, because a lot of things are presenting themselves, and you do need to see this, right? This is where the shift is taking place. If you are a light worker, you will be, one of the leaders at the forefront of this, okay, that's helping other people to really get through this. Okay, so it's important that you know, first and foremost, look at that, I just talked about staying grounded. Stay grounded, commune with nature. All right, make sure that you're spending as much time. We're going into the spring, at least here. I know some of you guys are getting ready to go into the fall. Regardless, that is kind of fall leaves too, isn't it? It could be either, actually. No, it's more fall leaves. But the thing is, you want to make sure that you are touching the earth. You're communing with nature, right? I just saw a red bird. I don't know why, just fly by in my vision. Maybe that means something to someone. Very red. This one was very red. It wasn't like a deeper red. It was like a very red bird. I don't know the different birds or what they mean, but maybe it has something to do with that. So make sure that you're communing with nature. That's also going to help you in terms of seeing things very clearly, as we've been talking. Okay, opening up your third eye, really tapping that intuition here, understanding that you are the master of your destiny as well. Okay, so all of the things that will seem like they're falling apart around you, and even, it's subjective, I know, but even the things that may be challenging, very prevalent in the Sag reading, it is because you're just seeing things clearly. And so it's almost like that old paradigm, actually it's not almost like, it is like that old paradigm cannot really exist anymore, definitely not on the level of where you're going. So it is that kicking, that fighting, that extreme kind of nature, okay, to want to hang on to what we know. So you may be seeing that around you. Grounding yourself is going to help you to release any resistance you may also have. Okay, we become very attached to who we think we are, and to the way we think life needs to go. There's a higher calling, I feel like, on your life at this time. Yeah, look at that wallflower. Interesting. This came out in reverse too. So look at wallflower. You see this person standing back like, oh my God, what is happening? But notice that this came out in reverse. This shows me, I just said, you have a higher calling on your life. You could be at the forefront of something, leading other people. You're not going to be standing back looking, okay, because you have this higher knowledge, right? Your third eye is wide open. All right, you can see what is happening. There's no need to fret. I'm very grounded. I understand we're the master of our destiny. In fact, we're actually leading this. We're pulling people into the higher realm, so to speak. Okay, that's what's happening. You're guiding other people. So you're not afraid of this because you see what is happening. And you understand it and what you need to do. Look at this. Yeah, to the road less traveled. I'm telling you. This is about the road less traveled. Okay? And unfortunately, that is the way that it is. And we've known that, right? Remember, if you recall months ago, I don't remember how long it was, we had a reading where something came out. Spirit just threw it at me about the eye of the needle. And then someone elaborated on that, about what that really means and how I think biblically it was the way that it was explained, and I did go back and obviously find this, but was that it is easier for a camel to get through the eye of the needle, right, metaphorically, of course, than for a rich man to get into heaven. And basically, the way that I'm going to characterize that, non biblically, of course, is just, it's easier for the, let me just say it a different way. There will be fewer people, okay, that actually lift up, that take this calling, that take this on to the road less traveled, okay? And so I think there's some kind of role that you have here, and maybe this is just with you, but maybe others just follow with the master of destiny here. Okay, maybe you're showing other people how to lift themselves in consciousness and break free of these restrictions here, these lower energies that are trying to keep them bound, is what I feel, and keep them in the kind of this lower nature of themselves. You're helping them to rise up. I love that this is coming out. This is very telling in reverse. Look, you can see the fear, like, holy shit, what is this? But look at you. You're not afraid. You're not standing back like a wallflower. You're actually taking the initiative to do this, to pull yourself out of this. Okay? Yeah, and into a higher nature. That's what I feel. I feel like a lot of you guys are already kind of here now. Maybe you're just helping other people. You're not surprised about any of this that is going on, because you could have expected this for a very long time. We see the third eye is open, right? You've known that this is going to happen. It's time to get on this road less traveled, okay? Everybody is not going to be going with you. I'm just going to tell you, but your influence will be strong and very impactful, is what I feel here. Cut this deck and see what's going on here. Interesting. I'm possible. I believe that we saw this the other day. And notice how this person is coming out of this. I've done my shadow work. I've looked at my reflection. Okay, I know what needs to happen here. You see this person now coming out of kind of this holding phase, stepping through a very clean, cleansed person, right? Knowing that anything that they want is possible, right? I'm the master of my destiny. It's time to kick it up a notch. That's basically what I'm getting here. It's time to it's time to kick it up a notch. All right, let's see what's happening here. Spirit, what else for the collective today? Interesting shift happens. First thing that I got coming into this is definitely about a shift that has taken place in one's perception, but also in life and also in the universe. This is bigger. Look, soul work. You can't make it up. Look at all the work that is being done here on this bee, trying to weave things back together, right? Or not back together, maybe just weave things together. I'm recognizing all the parts in the universe, right? I'm recognizing how everything here is interacting, okay? You're seeing things on a much larger scale. You don't see, I talked about the mundane the other day, and that's what I'm feeling. It's not just about the here and now, or how we clamor for, a relationship. Oh, this happened, I'm having a problem at work. All of those things are relevant, okay, on a very physical level, but you're starting to see how everything in the universe, right, is constantly working together. So that's the thing about manifestation anyway, right? How when we start putting things out there, how the universe in the background is constantly working to bring that into fruition. That's pretty much what's happening here. You're recognizing yourself above this body, okay? These bones, these muscles here. You're recognizing yourself above that. Look at this, the wildling. I'm telling you, whoever I'm talking to is fierce. You're a fighter in some way with the wildling here. You're very comfortable. You may be very comfortable outside too, in the wilderness, but you're not afraid of things. Okay, the wildling is not afraid of things. We actually have two swords here as well. Okay. I think you're very comfortable going into the unknown. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't scare you to get outside of the norm. You might be, honestly, okay, you could be a fearless person, or this is at your truest. I feel like this is at your truest essence. So maybe the way that even you came in, I can definitely relate to that, okay, was very fearless. All right, and you're still, maybe there's a rediscovery of that in some way as well, because we do get into this world and into conditioning, and a lot of times we can fall back into this fear-based thinking, right, because we're constantly being conditioned that way. No, the wildland is all about stepping outside of that. I'm comfortable in the wild. Bring it on, okay? This is coming as a result of someone's soul work here and clearing out, I think, the debris that has been put upon them, seeing and recognizing again how everything is working together, conspiring, if you will, right, for this particular purpose, and you're learning to surrender into this. See, this is where other people are kicking and fighting, which I just talked about. Maybe you're helping others surrender as well. But remember, it starts with us, and then we're able to lead other people. Yeah, look at this. You could be spending time right now in the void. All right, you understand that this is where things are created. This is the time to really create that. Okay, we're just in the void right here in the now. This is my total point of creation. All right, this could be what is happening to you right now. It's also where we begin to see very, very clearly, because there's no distractions. Here comes the rain. You hear that? Rain is definitely swooping in again. Versatility. Yeah. You are, it's interesting how much I feel like who I'm talking to right now is really stretching. That's what I don't know why I'm using that term. Stretching. You could have actually put yourself into a box for a long time, okay, because this was the expectation of others, but it feels so uncomfortable. It's gotten to such an uncomfortable phase. And again, through your own soul work here, and probably your own grounding here, really searching higher, you found a different way. You understand that you're a part of something that is much larger, right? And that's what you're connecting to at this time. I think your versatility as well is key, because there's something about your personality. It might even be a bit enigmatic is what I feel, though. I feel like you're able to connect with a lot of people, because I also think you might have a pretty complex background is what I'm getting, okay? You could have been through a lot. You could have dealt with a lot of different walks of life and even been through them yourself here. It is your versatility, I feel, that brings other people maybe along with you. Maybe you're some kind of guide in some way. Whatever it is, I feel like you have known something deep in your soul for a long time that has come into be, and now we're starting to see this. It's not the complex situation that you're seeing a lot of people make it out to be, only because you've done your work. That's what you have to understand, and I believe that you will. Okay, you're almost like, follow me. I'm not sitting back freaking out about this. Follow me. I know what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to lead you to a better place. This is the road less traveled. But the thing is, you also understand people have to do their work to get there. Okay? They have to want that. It's not just about reaching in and saving someone or pulling someone out of harm's way. They have to want it too. All right? And they have to turn away, I feel like, from some of these lower nature things that have kind of kept them bound. Okay, let's keep going. Spirit, why am I being... Okay, let me pull these. I don't know why I'm being pulled to my Animal Oracle deck, but let me just see. Spirit, for the collective this reading resonates with, show me the energy. The oyster. Awesome. Okay. What else? So yeah, there's those pearls of wisdom. This is also somebody that has held a lot of this in. I feel like for a long time it has been in the void, right? Not speaking about it, just learning, growing. I feel like manifesting. This is where I'm downloading a lot of my stuff here and creating what I know to be the world that I'm going into. This is definitely the world that is less traveled, but I feel like you will impact others. Look, the dragon, come on. Okay, you're a very clear seer. Okay, and your vision is broad, so you don't only see little small things here and there. I feel like you see what is actually happening. You know what needs to be done here. The dragon is a spirit card. It's very powerful. Okay, so I'm being tied here to something that is far greater, all right, than what we see here. That's what I get. Than what we constantly run up against in our physical reality. In fact, in fact, you may be to the point now, or you're getting to the point where, although you know this is what's happening and you're able to preach it, that is that versatility, right? Like, yeah, I know where you're at, but it's almost like, wow, can't you see this? Don't you know what's happening? Can't you feel this shift? That's what it is, right? Or maybe you're not, because you're the oyster, and the oyster also, can keep things within. So you have all these pearls of wisdom within. Maybe they have not came out at this point, but they will. Okay, because you do clearly see what is taking place here, what needs to happen. Wow. Carrying so much love here, though, and tenderness. So if you do have a message, or if you are a guide to people, this is beautiful. I see y'all. Okay, I can definitely have a clear vision of what's happening. I'm really attached here or in sync here. I feel like with the universe or with the divine here, but I'm leading people with this very loving, beautiful nature. Okay, it is through a place of love. Okay, there is no arrogance here. I don't feel bravado, anything like that. It is from a place of love. Spiderweb. Let me get one more as well. Look at that. Yeah, this is awesome. Wow, this is such a beautiful combination. I think that you feel like there is some bigger goal at hand, okay? It is to get onto the road less traveled. You could already be on this road, is what I'm feeling. And I feel that way because you're not being impacted heavily by this shift. In fact, you could be guiding others through this shift at this particular time, okay? The world is awakening. That is not something that people should still be questioning, in my personal opinion, but maybe because I'm here. But, maybe for the ones that are, or maybe for the ones that are just now starting to get it, maybe they need a word or something to ignite something within them so that they do remember, okay? We're weaving something really beautiful here, and that's what people have to understand. It is based out of higher frequency. It is based out of love. It is about working together and sheer happiness, okay, and joy. You don't have to live. See, this is actually what's pushing this awakening right now, right? Because we're seeing, I talked about shadow power yesterday. We're seeing all of this kind of come down around us, shaking up everything. We're seeing the effects of economies and wars and stuff on us, okay? And it's making us kind of reach higher, all right? It is this nature. This is what we crave here, and we can reweave things to live that way, the absence of darkness, right? So I know that we live in a world of polarity, right? But we can choose what we focus on in this life and how we deal with things. And believe it or not, when you begin to shift, whatever we now walk around going, this is reality, okay? The way that we handle that will become differently, and also the way that things impact you will be very different than what they are today, because you're different, okay? You're different. Your light is different. It's almost like you walk with angels, and that's the truth of the matter. All right, so you're in a very positive, beautiful energy. I feel like um, you understand what's being asked of you in some way, okay? And I think that you're working hard on yourself, and also to try and help weave this together. So you are definitely a part of the web that is being woven here, okay, to bring people to some kind of higher understanding is what I'm getting here. And you're doing it from such a beautiful place of love, of insight here, all right, following your guidance. These pearls of wisdom as well tells me that you're not just putting a lot of things out there, okay? You're putting things out there that are not only very wise, but very valuable to other individuals. And because you're doing it in a sense of versatility and maybe dealing with a versatile climate around you of people, I feel that it's becoming very impactful. We often say when you're ready, the teacher will appear. It's like, a teacher will appear a lot of time and just drop something, hey, just read this book if you have time. That's happened to me before, right? That's one of my first, that's one of the first times ever, right? I even knew about really spirituality, all right? When someone told me, it was actually a counselor that told me, why don't you pick up a book? It was Wayne Dyer. It was Real Magic. That was the book years ago. And that's the first spiritual book I ever read in my life, besides the Bible. All right. So And although I didn't read anything else for years after that, that was my first. I mean, where did she come from? Why did she ask? Why did she tell me, hey, do you read? Why don't you read this? You know, it just comes. And that's kind of what you're doing. You're dropping these nuggets somewhere where people, you know, they need to hear it. And maybe they come to a point where, okay, well, it's time for this to manifest. Hey, maybe I will pick this up because this person seems to be on to something. Okay, they seem to know something. Maybe they can feel it in their soul, right? They seem to know something that I'm not totally grasping right now, and it's more of a gravitation towards what you have. Okay, what else, Spirit? Listen to that rain. There you go, the Priestess. I'm telling you, you have so much knowledge within you. You're getting so many downloads here. You're communing directly with the divine here, is what I feel. You hold the secrets of the universe, okay, within you. You're on the road less traveled, which tells me that you know, obviously you're not in this alone. There are others as well, but you are part of the puzzle that is being wove together here to help people to come, I feel like, into higher awareness, into higher dimensions even, okay? Whoa. Okay. You know what? The last two, I'm telling you, yesterday I got very, very strong channeling that was coming through as well. I think hearing initially shift happens is exactly what we need, because you got to understand what, you know, where are you at in this puzzle? Whoever I'm reading for is obviously, they've made a decision. They're ready. Okay, they know what is taking place here. They're not freaking out about it. And they're welcoming other people, I feel like, are trying to guide people from a place of love, okay, and wisdom and happiness and joy, not a place of fear, which is what seems to be clamoring kind of, you know, at our whatever. Clamoring to keep hold maybe of what has been. Yeah, that's absolutely what's happening here. Let me move over here for a second. I'm talking about that, and of course the polarity is going to show itself here. You have people that are just scared. You know, they're just scared. This could be people that are, you notice that we have a lot of pages here. So these are people that are thinking smaller, and not because it has a lot to do with their conditioning is what I want to say here. All right, it has a lot to do with their conditioning here. They're very much so in this kind of 3D frame of mind. It's very one-dimensional. This is what I know. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't see this. There's an attack on us, blah, 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 that sort of stuff. I don't know why I just said that. Maybe someone feels there's an attack on them. This is, you know, this could definitely be very 3D, thinking about the government and the things that are happening as well. So again, this is kind of a smaller view, okay, of things, not understanding why all of this is happening. Again, going back to shadow power, because that's what it is falling. All right, it has to come to be, because without it, people wouldn't start seeing this. They wouldn't start waking up the way that they are. People's foundations are falling. So here it is. It's almost like the calling. It's time to make a decision. What do you want to do? Do you want to stay in that? Do you want to stay where you're confused? Do you want to stay where you feel like you are being almost owned or controlled by something else and you're out of choices and you just got to flow with it? Or do you want to step into this higher way of thinking and this higher energy where anything is possible, right? We did see too, I didn't pull the card, but it said I'm possible in there as well. You don't have to be defeated. All of this, and this is very much a physical thing, right? All of this feeling like I don't have what I need, though. How am I going to do that? This is all I can focus on. My money, okay, is being trampled. My way of life is being trampled in some way. And Spirit is saying, yeah, but look, if you step it up, you know what I'm saying, spiritually here, if you choose to make this jump, this shift within yourself, okay, if you reach a little bit higher, look what's waiting you. There's nothing more powerful than this, okay? This is a beautiful card, the happiest card literally in the deck. It is full of energy, okay? As you can see, the vibration is higher. It's the sun, okay? It's fueling everywhere. So there will be success there. Definitely more happiness, more radiance, okay? You don't have to live like this if you choose to. Now, there is a saying, I don't know why this is being brought to me. What is it? Life is 10% the what happens to you, 90% the way that you react to it. This is almost like a very reactive nature, trying to get control back. And Spirit is saying, no, what you want to do is release and make a decision to not delve into that anymore. We're going to lift you into a space basically where you learn to do that all the time. Okay, you're going to realize that they don't have control. What's happening is it's toppling. They're losing control. And yes, it's affecting other people, but does it really need to? Okay, in that way. Understand this shift is happening out of necessity. We keep seeing that in the readings as well. We have one on a divine masculine, okay? But that could really been looked at as universal in nature, right? It's happening for everyone. All right, so it may not be happening in that way. It obviously is going to have a lot to do with what you've been able to clear up so far, the karma that has to be worked out. But the truth is, you got to make a choice. How do I want to live in this world, right? And I can see here that a lot of people are, whoever I'm talking to is some kind of guide for sure. I feel like you've got it. I feel like you've been working at it. I feel like you are hearing the call and really stepping up to it, okay? And I also think you're going to be shifting people, because look how this started. And then we have this, right? The decision that is being made to come out of this mentality, to stop focusing on this and getting to a beautiful place of light, okay? Less resistant, being completely plugged in, feeling better about ourselves. All right, we have a partnership here, a Mother of Pentacles as well. And it could be some kind of, I don't know what that is, notoriety or something for an individual here. I mean, even when you look at this, though, look at the happiness that's here, just the sweet contentment here. This is actually a Queen of Pentacles energy. So we see partnerships that are being formed here as a result of that. We see people feeling more secure in who they are, not less secure as we saw here, okay? We even see a sense of acceptance, a sense of respect, right? Maybe it's just a mutual respect that is being gained and formed here. Accolades, okay? I'm not so focused on accolades today. It feels to me like this is about some kind of unity that is happening and bonds that are being formed as a result of letting this stuff go, all right? Focusing higher, raising our awareness, raising our frequency, okay? It's happening regardless. You can choose to get on board or not to get on board. I feel like whoever this is guiding people to lift themselves up so that they can actually experience all the goodness that is actually coming as a result of this fall that's happening, okay? All right, guys, that's what I have for y'all. I think I'm going to stop right there. Let me know if it resonates. I'll see you guys soon. Love you guys so much. Thank you for all of your generous love and support always. And until next time, bye.